Finally exposed, that legendary chip-in at Augusta made Larry Mize look like the luckiest golfer alive. One miraculous shot bouncing off the flagstick and straight into the hole. But here's what nobody talks about. That incredible moment wasn't luck at all. It was pure skill from one of golf's most underrated champions. Larry Mize was born right there in Augusta, Georgia, the only Masters champion to actually call Augusta home. As a teenager, he worked the scoreboard at the third hole during Masters Week. This wasn't some random guy who stumbled into greatness. This was destiny decades in the making. The 1987 Masters didn't start as a fairy tale. Mize entered as one of the hottest players on tour that season. He finished just one shot behind the leader after round one. He stayed in contention through 36 holes, tied for second place. By Saturday, he was still right there in a four-way tie for fifth, just 2 shots back. Sunday's final round turned into pure drama. Mize grabbed the lead with back-to-back birdies on 12 and 13. Then disaster struck. Bogeys on 14 and 15, including a shot right into the pond on 15. Standing on the 18th tee, he needed birdie just to have a chance. He delivered with a clutch 6-foot putt to force a playoff with Greg Norman and Seve Ballesteros. The playoff started on the 10th hole. Mize had a 12-foot birdie chance, but missed it by inches. Then Seve Ballesteros cracked under pressure. The two-time Masters champion three-putted for bogey, eliminating himself from contention. The crowd around the green let out sympathetic moans, watching one of golf's greatest competitors fall short. Now it was down to Mize and Norman on the dangerous 11th hole. Both players found the fairway with their drives. Norman played it safe, putting his approach on the right fringe about 50 feet from the pin. He figured par might win it. Mize's shot landed well right of the green, roughly 140 feet from the hole. Most golfers would be happy to get down in 3 from there. What happened next changed golf history forever. Mize lined up that impossible chip shot. The ball landed short of the green and started rolling toward the hole. It picked up speed, tracking perfectly on line. Then it slammed into the flagstick and dropped straight down into the cup for birdie. The crowd at Amen Corner exploded. People were screaming, jumping, waving their arms in complete disbelief. Greg Norman stood there absolutely stunned. He couldn't even process what just happened. Then he missed his own putt to tie, giving Mize the green jacket. For Norman, it was another heartbreaking near miss in major championships. But for Larry Mize, it was validation of years of hard work and incredible short game skills. That chip-in gets called one of the most miraculous shots in major championship history. But here's the real truth. Executing a pressure shot like that takes unbelievable talent. The crowd saw luck. Golf insiders saw precision under the ultimate pressure. Mize had the touch and confidence to pull off something most pros never even attempt. The win launched Mize into the top 10 of the world golf rankings. He became an instant celebrity, but somehow that incredible moment also created a problem. People started calling him a one-hit wonder. They said he got lucky against Norman and Ballesteros. The media focused on Norman's bad break instead of Mize's brilliant play. Just like Larry Mize stayed consistent across decades of professional golf, you can stay ahead of your game too with Fubo. Whether you want live golf coverage, your favorite sports, or exclusive channels, Fubo gives you the flexibility and precision every sports fan needs. Check out the link in the description and get started today. That one-hit wonder label was completely unfair. Larry Mize built one of the most consistent careers in professional golf. He finished in the top 125 on the PGA Tour money list for 20 straight seasons. That's from 1982 all the way through 2001. You don't accomplish that by accident. Mize won 10 professional tournaments across multiple tours. He captured the Danny Thomas Memphis Classic in 1983. He won twice on the Japan Tour, taking the Casio World Open in '88 and the Dunlop Phoenix Tournament in both '89 and '90. Back on the PGA Tour, he won the Northern Telecom Open and Buick Open in 1993. He even claimed victory on the Champions Tour with the Montreal Championship in 2010. Those victories show incredible versatility. Different courses, different countries, different decades. Mize represented the United States in the Ryder Cup in 1987 and the Dunhill Cup in 2000. He tied for 4th at the U.S. Open that same year, proving he could contend at multiple majors. His short game was absolutely elite. Golf experts called it terrific. That famous chip-in wasn't a fluke. It was a perfect example of skills he'd been developing his entire career. Mize could get up and down from anywhere around the green. He had incredible touch with wedges and putters, but Augusta National started changing in ways that hurt older players like Mize. The club began what people called tiger-proofing in the early 2000s. They lengthened holes dramatically. They planted trees everywhere, choking off fairways. They added rough where none existed before. Even Tiger Woods said these changes eroded the strategic values that Bobby Jones originally intended. The 11th hole got stretched to 490 yards. Massive tree plantings shrank the fairway from 90 yards wide down to just 45 yards. The 17th hole got completely transformed with a forest of new trees. Critics said these changes promoted mindless, robotic golf instead of strategic thinking. These modifications hit aging champions especially hard. Larry Mize averaged about 245 yards off the tee in his 60s. Contemporary tour players were hitting it 300 yards or more. That distance deficit forced Mize to hit hybrids and fairway woods for second shots on holes where younger guys used wedges. Mize openly acknowledged the challenge in 2023. He said that course is not made for old guys, it's made for young guys. The course had become so long it was just a beast for players his age. He admitted it was getting nearly impossible to make cuts. His Masters record shows the struggle clearly. Mize hadn't made a cut since 2017. In his final 22 appearances, he only made the weekend 5 times. His 2022 performance was especially tough. Rounds of 77 and 78 for 11, over par after 36 holes. Physical issues made everything worse. Like many long-term professional golfers, Mize battled lingering back problems. These injuries forced him to cut way back on his Champions Tour schedule. In 2022, he only played 6 events. By April 2023, he hadn't played any tournaments that year. Mize was honest about how the physical limitations affected his enjoyment. He said it's not as much fun to play when you're not competitive and not shooting scores you'd like to shoot. The game becomes less fun when you can't perform at the level that brings satisfaction. His decision to make 2023 his final competitive Masters appearance came directly from these combined challenges. After 40 appearances at Augusta National, he decided it was time to step away. The golf course was getting too long and too hard to make cuts, but he expressed peace with the difficult decision despite the emotional weight. Mize's experience mirrors what happens to many aging Masters champions. The tournament's lifetime exemption is meant to honor past winners, but the relentless modernization of Augusta National creates a painful reality. Champions eventually face courses that have evolved beyond their physical capabilities. Bernhard Langer went through the same struggle, making his final appearance in 2025 at age 67. He said the course was too long and he was getting shorter. Sandy Lyle also made his final competitive start in 2023 alongside Mize. Other legends like Doug Ford, Gary Player, and Jack Nicklaus all face similar decisions. The average age for a Masters champion's final competitive appearance is 62. Mize's retirement at 64 fits right within that pattern. It shows how the modern game's physical demands eventually force even the most dedicated champions to step back. But Larry Mize's legacy extends far beyond that magical chip-in. His 20-year run of consistent PGA Tour performance proves incredible durability and skill. His 10 professional victories across different tours show versatility few players achieve. His local connection to Augusta adds a unique emotional dimension to his Masters triumph. Mize wasn't just lucky in 1987. He was a player with elite short game skills who consistently performed at the highest level for 2 decades. His Masters victory was the pinnacle, but it was built on a foundation of solid professional achievement that defies any one-hit wonder label. That hometown hero winning at Augusta represents something special in sports. A local kid working scoreboards as a teenager, then coming back as a man to conquer the ultimate challenge on his home course. That's not luck. That's destiny fulfilled through years of dedication and skill. Larry Mize deserves recognition as one of golf's most consistent champions, not just the guy who got lucky once. His true skills were finally exposed, and they were impressive all along.